Tonight, there are two big developments in the battle over President Donald Trump's deportation of people to El Salvador. Thank you for watching. I'm Caroline Dave.
And I'm Brandon Taylor in for Amber. A federal judge says he found probable cause to hold the Trump administration in criminal contempt of court for violating his orders to turn around planes carrying deportees. U.S. District Judge James Boasberg says the U.S. government is demonstrating, quote, willful disobedience, and he could refer the matter for prosecution if the administration doesn't voluntarily obey his order. He says if the Justice Department declines to prosecute, he will appoint another attorney to prosecute the contempt. A different federal judge says she'll allow for expedited fact-finding to help her determine if the Trump administration is complying with her order to facilitate the return of a man who was mistakenly deported.
The judge says she wants the government to have detailed answers in the next 2 weeks, but one senator isn't waiting that long. Laura Aguirre has you covered on his trip to El Salvador in an effort to bring Kilmar Abrego Garcia back to the U.S.
This is an unsustainable and unjust moment.
Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen in El Salvador today, hoping to get eyes on Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a Maryland man whose deportation has set off a legal and constitutional rights firestorm. His request to the country's vice president went unfulfilled.
He said he was not able to make that happen.
The senator was also denied a phone call with Abrego Garcia, whose deportation case escalated to the Supreme Court last week, when all 9 justices voted unanimously to uphold a lower federal judge's ruling that the Trump administration work for Abrego Garcia's return and access to due process.
The Supreme Court was clear. They must facilitate his release.
It's the use of that word facilitate in the federal judge's ruling upheld by the Supreme Court at the center of the Trump administration's argument to leave Abrego Garcia where he is, suggesting that facilitate means the U.S. won't block his entry if El Salvador decides to release him.
President Bukele said he was not sending him back. If he wanted to send him back, we would give him a plane ride back.
U.S. officials allege that Abrego Garcia is a member of the MS-13 gang. Abrego Garcia's attorneys dispute that claim. While the judicial fight plays out in the U.S., Senator Van Hollen says his trip today is only the beginning.
I may be the first United States senator to visit El Salvador on this issue, but there will be more, and there will be more members of Congress coming.
I'm Laura Aguirre reporting.